What's up, boys and girls? Old Uncle 2 back for the 6th day in a row because you lovely people keep helping me hit this 7-day upload goal. All we need is to hit a tiny, measly little like goal, and we're smashing it so far because you guys are awesome. Today, we're going to need 80, but we're going to have a big-ass video that's well worth the 80. We're going to talk about all the shit coins that I promised the other day before I saw that interesting setup on ETH to call the bottom, and because of that ETH video, we sort of are going to have to circle back or talk about Bitcoin just a little bit, and might as well update you on the trade ideas that we've been, with that in this process have been giving throughout the week. We talked about some trade ideas in the traditional markets and specifically in Bitcoin. So why don't we go ahead and just dive right into the Bitcoin trade quickly since it's on the chart. I told you guys when I did that video, was it 2 days ago now, that I was short. And, that was down here. She ran me all the way up to this puppy. She caught me close. But as far as caught me close, she had me on the edge of my seat. But I held on. And then, like I said to you guys, that there's a decent chance, pretty damn good chance, that there was a long out of the short. By the way, I took my profit. More than was kind of expected, right? So, but this is the first leg straight into this golden corner pocket. So, obviously, if you're playing the 50 to 618, aren't you looking for the algo target? No, you got to go back and watch the Bitcoin video. I wasn't. In fact, I was looking for an even better play potentially off of it, a nice zigzag down. Now, if you go back and look at the other video we've made in this series of daily uploads, is the how to trade this theory in 10 minutes. I was kind of looking for an ace trade in that regard, fairly ace, but it's not setting up right. And I told you guys it's important. So if you were watching this based on what I had said in that video, and you're, two said it's so long here when this goes down. No, not right now. What's this look like? This is an impulsive move, right? So this can't be a finished corrective here, right? At least can't be and adhere to our little theory that we love so much. Okay, so I'm out. I'm in observation mode. To be honest, if anything, if I get 3 to the upside, I'm shorting again, because that would be a corrective move, right? So if I've got an emotive, impulsive move, corrective move, what comes next? Another impulsive move, whether it be, and everybody, well, what's your target? No, I don't do that. I just watch the chart, see how the waves play out, right? Obviously, we have the targets, but I'm just not going to sit here and call them to you because, let's just say this is a free YouTube channel, so we're not doing all that. But I feel like you get a hell of a lot of value for that free channel. Anyway, thanks for rocking with me. We're out right now, observation mode. I had told you guys that, this was Sunday when we did this video, that I was short bias, but I wanted this, but obviously it was Sunday at the time, so I couldn't take the short, but I wanted to see how it looked at open on Monday, and I wasn't feeling it. And to be honest, today I was super busy, so I didn't even see this play out. Like this here, this just hit profit takes without me ever seeing it, which I hate. I hate when that happens personally, because I like to personally manage all my trades. I don't like to just set it and forget it. So I didn't see this play out, but this count working out exactly how we were sort of expecting, right? So the question then becomes, and probably is this is A, B, putting in C, and this C that we're going to be putting in here, it's going to finish up the correction on the ES, right? Which means that it's about the same time we're going to be finished up the correction on this Bitcoin. But two, you said that ETH wasn't going to find another bottom. Yeah, but I also told you that I was imminently short bias, and look at what's happened since, right? This is in the video yesterday that I was thinking about a 30% drop. And I even said to you, so I really wonder if the DMs that I'm getting today, they even watched the video, because 30% was roughly down to here, right? And if you just simply take your base trend channel, standard projections, 1-to-1, and where's that going to line up? If you do all of these things, where would this line up? Between the 50 and the 786, right? So anywhere between, we're already almost to the 50, 18% to 36% drop. And that's what I said yesterday. I said 20 to 35. Okay, let's go over to Bitcoin. What happens if we get a 20 to 35% drop over here? Just because Ethereum is not going to make a new low doesn't mean Bitcoin is. You guys need to remember that each chart is its own thing. And while Bitcoin definitely influences other charts, it doesn't mean that just because, you know, just like Bitcoin rallied, here, for an example, off this big pivot low, Bitcoin rallied 47%. Nice fucking rally, right? Okay, let's go look at ETH. Watch it be less than 47. Huh, no, it wasn't. It was more than double, right? So each chart is its own monster. Don't tell your boy what to do. Stop yelling at me. All right, anyway. So, let's just, if this goes 30% down, 20% to 30%. 20, we need roughly 22% to make a new low. 20%, call it a double bottom. 35% takes us through the targets that I had initially laid out for the last low, right? So, and I guess we got one big one down here, but that one seems, I don't think we're getting there, although I do have it as the fattest line, but that's 40%. Okay, so easily the idea with ETH yesterday can coincide with Bitcoin not making a new low. So it's not, the primary is still the primary here, and I'm still worried about getting screwed where I was talking about getting screwed because, and at this point, I'm still worried that, you know, not worried, but, you know, still, and even more now so with this dilly down, that this could have been a flat of some sort. I'm sorry, it would have been not like that, it would have been flat like that. That's a concern of mine, but I'm still, and it definitely could, just the way the string structure works, the way everything, it actually would fit nicely, but and especially with this dilly down, but I'm still very conscious that there's a good chance that we could put another 5-wave up. Anytime you see a clean impulse off a low like this, it's hard not to, it's impossible to not be prepared for the possibility of this, right? So but this is what I said from the beginning would screw us, because with this 5-wave, right? If it wasn't a flat, which I didn't really think it was, but it looks like it may have been now. If it wasn't, then that meant we were getting another leg up, and it depended on how deep this went and how much this would project. But if we broke this level, that's when my count gets screwed, right? But the primary remains, right? And right now, the flat, meaning that this 2 is in and not going to be over here somewhere, is definitely looking up. So if anything, our idea on Bitcoin is strengthened since that video. It's not weakened at all by this idea on ETH. And, you know, the price action today doesn't make me feel any less confident to say that this bottom is in. It's just, once you've been doing analysis long enough and trading long enough, little dillies like this don't rattle you as much. All right, so that's ETH and Bitcoin. Let's get into some of these shit coins and talk about the trades. I'm even gonna bring up this one that I haven't looked at forever. So we're gonna look at these shit coins on the new Trade Devil sponsor, BitGet. Trade Devil sponsor. So it does, from the looks of their charts, it does seem that they have pretty good. I'm not super familiar with BitGet yet. We're gonna get there, but from the looks of their chart, if you've noticed, I've been charting on BitGet with the cryptos for the last few days. But they seem to have nice trading volume. The interface on the exchange looks really good. I'm just getting to know it, and I'll be sure to report to you guys when I know more. But happy to be a part of, have them a part of the TDU family as a sponsor. All right, so, not ADA. This was supposed to be XRP. Just roll with the spot chart for now. So basically where I'm getting these charts from is back on that Sunday ES video that I did. I asked you guys what shitcoins did you want me to look at for trades, and I'm going off what you guys asked for there. So we got on the chart currently, we got BNB, XRP, ADA, Cardano, and Solana, and we'll see if we get to some more or not. How far are we in? 10 minutes. All right, we got time. Okay, let's start with XRP. I don't know how much I talk about this on the YouTube's channel, because I probably don't, because I don't really even apply Elliott Wave to this chart very often. It's not a ton of history here on BitGet, but this is just not the easiest chart, especially for the Elliott Wave theory. It's kind of I mean, it's there, but it's in, I would say this is definitely a strong application of the notion of contained waves, which is something that I plan to teach a little course on in the future in relation to contained waves in the markets and trading. But basically, like, you see Elliott wave patterns playing out, but they don't necessarily play out, let's just say, in probabilistic ways at every degree, right? And Elliott even said that the right look is not evident at every degree of trend simultaneously, always. So when you want to find clarity, sometimes you need to zoom out or zoom in. Well, XRP is a tough one. Anyway, so somebody had said XRP for fun, but as an example, like right in here, like this is like a perfect zigzag. You're gonna see zigzags, triangles, and shit like that all the time in this one. Here's a triangle. So anyway, I don't know why I'm looking at this thing. Let's get down on the 1 hour, see if there's a trade somewhere. Overlap, like this looks like an impulse. This is actually sort of actually decently similar to Bitcoin. Pretty decently similar to Bitcoin. As similar as XRP can be, because I find Bitcoin to be one of the best charts for Elliott wave there is. Even though you do hear from a lot of novices saying, oh, it's hard to do Elliott wave on Bitcoin, and it's like the best one there is. That and the ES. That's probably why you see me talking about Bitcoin and ES all the time. Why do you think I trade those the most? Well, at least they sing to me the most. Let's put it that way. All right, I'm willing to put this in the same category as Bitcoin, even with this dilly, that this is going to be an A, likely. We can zoom out, something like this. I always like to keep the expectations tame and not automatically call an impulse in play, especially why would you? I mean, at this degree, right? Why to call this a 1? Because when has there been a 1 to the upside on this chart at that degree? It just really hasn't been, since it's literally been on this exchange back in basically first of the year. So yeah, I'm not calling it a 1, but I do think that we have potential. This could go either way, but if we, the first immediate play, and I didn't just want to shit on and say short it, but the first immediate play, because this could even be a flat in here, 3 3 5 3 2 3, maybe we're gonna 4. So this could even be done. So 2 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 3 3. Actually, this could very well be a finished flat to here quite easily. You know, it's not for me. Remember, I do trade. Oof. Yeah, if I traded this chart, I'd probably actually long on exactly what we're seeing here. Let's see, is there any volume? I don't trade this. Decent volume, price not being accepted. Oh, that's right. There's no damn history on this chart. Whew. It's worth a long right now, but I'm not going to upload this till the morning, so I guess you'll know if I was wrong or right by then. It's not the best long, you know. No trades are ever super, you know. You can always have the chance to be wrong, right? And that's why we use money management and risk to reward ratios and things like that, right? So never think that you're not going to, if you are new to trading and maybe you've won a couple trades, don't think you're never going to take stops. You need to be tight on that money, because what you're going to inevitably do is get a little loosey-goosey with your money, and then you're going to get wrecked. So anyway, it's just a trade. I would personally take it if I traded this chart. I would probably want to see it get external to this move here, just because of the fact that it's a flat and it's not a beautiful zigzag coming down into it. It's sort of a higher level trade, let me say. So this would not fit with that, 10-minute how to trade Elliott Wave to change your life video from earlier this week. This would not fit that, right? We only wanted sharp corrections, where this would be a sideways style flat. That really, the C sort of gave it the same purpose as a sharp style of correction, right? But so it'll be too late anyway. But if we're fucking about down here, by the way, in the morning, and you're still thinking about taking this long, let's go ahead and draw this is what you call the temporary channel, because if this is a flat, we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? So if we get too far outside of this temporary channel, you're looking that this is probably not a 4, and just for good measure, you'll draw this base trend channel. Really, if you get up inside of this base trend channel, get the fuck out. It's not a 4, or don't get out. You can. It's not going down again. It's going to continue to go up. The leg is in, I should say, or it's a 2, right? Or it's a 2 and then it comes down. So to be honest, by the morning, this probably doesn't look as good. So take this one at your own risk. Or it's already, if it's still down here, I don't like it as much, or you've already missed it. Basically, is my point. All right, let's look at the Cardano. Our boy Charles Hawkins. So this is the doodling I was doing the other night before I did the ETH video, and didn't look at this. But as you can see, I was eyeing a short. But what do you mean, too? I mean, I don't really put a lot of shit on my charts when it's just me. I don't need it. You put the stuff on here enough, you don't need it. But anyway, just showing here divergence right up into the 50, so that we be in the direction of the trend, with algo money on our side, sort of thing, right? So the idea would have been a short to this area, maybe this purple line, sort of what I was looking at. Clearly an impulse to this downside. And what's that contextually back here, too? What does all this mean, though? I don't give a shit. I don't care. Don't care. This doesn't make a new low. So, I can sit here and think about it more. We got a 3, 3, 3, and then 5. If anything, this is another 1, 2 in the direction going down, right? So, or we're going to get just another 3 wave, because we get 3, 3, 3, 3. But what does that make it then, dude? Is it try? I don't care. I don't care. I contextually see what I need to see, right? That this is not making a new low. Truncations don't happen that often. If it's a triangle, it hasn't completed yet, so I would need more legs within the triangle. This is the way that you think. So this is this is how I think about the theory when I trade it. And the thing is that I have this knowledge. For those of you that may be new, I'm a CEWA-M, Certified Elliott Wave Analyst - Master designation by Elliott Wave International. I would say the international governing body of this theory. Anybody else is, these other organizations that have their own little spin-offs, I would think are, I've looked at them all, honestly, in depth, and every single one of them, the changes they make, it shows me that they don't understand, the people that did it don't understand the theory. Okay, let's go. So, yeah, I've got that certification, and then of course that was years ago, and I think that's basically to get that level is like your baseline. Now I can actually think about this theory and talk about it sort of intelligently, and then you go for years beyond that, and you're only going to get better as long as you go. So that's my experience with it, and you do, but the way that I apply it to the chart to trade it is so simple, but you have to have all that knowledge and to back it up to be able to effectively apply it simply like this, to where I can say, I don't care about this, or I don't care, you know, I don't care what this is doing because I know contextually this, that. It's because I'm considering, you know, because I get all the time DMs, comments, messages on Twitter or whatever that, you know, questioning, well, you know, I had it this way, what about this? And it's like, yeah, no, I've usually considered it in like 1,000 things more that you haven't thought about, because you're not, instead of trading, instead of either A, focusing on studying the theory in earnest, or focusing on trading in earnest, you're just like trying to count every, like, you're just get stuck on this shit, and then you got paralysis by analysis. Like, no, just go study the fucking theory, and then you'll understand it more. Watch a lot of my videos. I talk about it. Try to impress upon you, like I am now, how to think about this theory. A lot of things to learn. Got a lot of good training videos. You should check them out. Anyway, yeah, so I think we have a C3 in play here, already underway. Yeah, we'll call this a zigzag into here. See, potentially another, just like on, what was that, XRP, this could be a little 4 in action, right? To go to a little 5th down. And then at that point, on this one, even, or I guess on Cardano as well, or I'm sorry, XRP, let's jump back over to XRP. Yeah, this would have been finishing a flat, whereas this one I would have that when it goes up, it's more likely a 2, as opposed to on XRP, we were going to make a new high, finish up higher. This one feels more like it's put in a local high within this move, and this will be corrective. Obviously, you're going to want to see it. And this is always the most important little pattern to pay attention to, is a nice, pretty little zigzag. Like this one here that I was highlighting before I went to the ETH to show you guys. It's not even the prettiest, but it's just, this is what you look for to trade in this theory. And this, you can go back to that 10-minute, how to trade this theory in 10 minutes and learn how to do this trade. And then I talk about ways to clean it up, you know, and basically you need to learn a lot more. If I can teach it in 10 minutes, I really feel like I did, and make it effective, that's great, but you can do so much more, as I'm sort of explaining here now, to clean that up. Anyway, I think this is underway, and you know, trade targets are intact. If you're already in, you know, if you get outside of this channel, you want to be out of it to this side, and if you get to the bottom of this channel, on this side is when you take your profits. If you're not in it yet, just zoom in, do it on a lower degree, exactly what we're doing here on this. See if you get a good zigzag. All right, let's jump to the next one. Oh boy, now we're over 23 minutes. I know some of you guys like these long ones, but I'm going to look at the analytics and see, because I really feel like I don't retain the audience past, like, honestly, 5 minutes. Anyway, this BNB, I was actually looking at this before I did the video. This one kind of reminds me of Bitcoin. Oops. You know, I don't think that there's anything for me here right this instant. Could be like XRP, where it's finishing a flat. But again, with a 4, maybe a 5. But I would think primary expectation on this one is that, again, you're going to have to like analyze and see how this plays out in the morning. Nothing's uber safe here, but if you get a nice 4 up here, you know, put on, just like I showed you how to find it on the XRP, get the nice 4 into the temporary channel, another lower low on divergence. And then, you know what divergence is? That just means that we'll make another lower low in price, but say this RSI goes up and doesn't make a lower low. That's basic divergence to the bullish, called bullish divergence. Then you could take your long. You're going to probably get down below the 65, below the support area, which doesn't, you know, I wouldn't like that. I really wouldn't like to get below this stuff. We get a lot of support in here. We break down below this. It's going to turn into resistance and likely go the other way. It's this one's, you know, it's just the ones that look like this. XRP, it's not really for me, man. Just like XRP, I mean, there's a trade there. It's just not really for me. If I got another lower low with stayed up inside of this support area with divergence, yeah, maybe I'd take a swing at it. But if I'm playing it tight to this sort of cluster of, let's get down. Let's put on our yeah. See, it could come down to here, find support in this. I'm looking at the VPVR volume profile. Don't want to explain what this tool is at the moment, but it's very important. You should get it. VPVR. I have it set up like that. It's just not my favorite. Sorry. It's basically same thing XRP. Same XRP on that one. Sol. Okay, looks like an impulse to the downside. Sorry, I start to think and then I don't talk, and I know that that's when I start to lose viewers. This looks like a three-wave move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't make the 50. Yeah, I actually like this one for a short on a retrace if we get a good zigzag. Quite a bit. Get a good zigzag retrace. See a corrective move. See a quality corrective move. You know, let's just say it's turning around now. Sure, you could catch this knife. I don't think that, you know, I don't like to catch knives that are just going to be for a two-wave, right? Like, I do love catching me some knives, but not in this, not contextually. It's got to work contextually, right? What did I do with that? There we go. Nice three-wave into the high probability area, and then the same on that trade that I was keep telling you guys about. This is how your boy trades. This one's good. This one's really good. I like this short setup. That potential, right? You have to see all this. I like that better than everything else I've seen so far. If we did it short on ETH with the 3 to the upside, or ADA, I'm sorry. Cardano, I wouldn't mind that as much, but this short I actually, because these can be, right, if this is a flat C, potential for a C on the other side is always a pain in the ass, right? We're talking about it here with Bitcoin. Is this a flat C? It's pain in the ass, but I don't have that issue here. I have a clean ass 3-wave off this low into an impulse here. So worst case scenario, I know I get a 3C off of it. That's why I don't give a shit about any of this stuff, right? Is this a leading diagonal? Look, I drew it like this could be a leading diagonal. Don't care. I still need, no matter what, contextually, I have a good, strong case that a 3C is going to come, which is the strongest trade there is in my estimation. Again, you get rolling on these things, you start hitting them 8 out of 10. I don't care who you are, you're going to be making good money. Let's see. Let me go look at the comments, see if there's one more I want to take a look at. I want to get as many for you guys as I can because you guys are smashing that like. We got to get 80 for this video. We're almost at 30 minutes. If you're still with me and you haven't hit the like button, what are you doing? I know if you're here, you have, but go ahead and hit it anyway. Hit it again. Unclick it and click it. Just give me the same like back. I don't know. Joking. Okay, Link. We'll look at Link. Oy, I love Link. Hate charting that thing. Let's look. I remember the last time I talked about Link. I said it was doing a fake out. I don't remember where that was. Oh, now I want to look. Let's see. We're on the 4-hour chart. I think it was in here. I said it was faking you out. I didn't think it would get as high as it did. It came all the way back to retest, but it seems it was faking you out. Oh, look, this one. This was, see, perfect. Now, see, this is like one of those, it's like a big four, but it's clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't make sense at all for a zigzag. This is it could be such a small little leg here, right? These are the ones where it's like, man, it could be a zigzag. Yeah. Almost any wave could be this, that, or the other. But once you learn the theory and you know what the probable expectations are, it's like, okay, let's talk this out just to like get you guys thinking on the right things here. Okay, so what are the probable wave relationships for a wave 5 and an impulse? 1 to 1 to 1, right? 1 to 1 ratio, the wave 1. Okay, so I'm not going to get in here and dig this out. Grab the dominant pivot there, maybe, right? Okay. From the 4. Look at that, 1 to 1 perfectly. Okay, what else is there? One of my favorites, but if it's 1 to 1, it's not going to be this. It's 0 through 3 from 4, 6, 1, 8. It's always going to be short of that number if the 1 to 1. Well, not always, but often will be short of that number should the 1 to 1 be the case. Honestly, I like this one. I see this one the most. This is the one that you'll learn about in the book, but toot the book. I could write 6 books. Anyway, I know it's arrogant, but it's just true because of the questions that I get. It's like, you got to trust, boys. You either trust or you don't trust. Anyway. And by the way, if you ask me questions, like, damn, Toot doesn't like that. No, there's a lot of you guys that ask me good questions and you try to get the way that I'm thinking. I get a lot of questions, but it's the ones of you that are just basically don't trust. Okay. And I don't hate you for it. It's just I'm used to it. It's just I'm trying to help you, and I know that barrier that you're at. I was there. I was you. Oof. Anyway, hopefully I didn't unplug my mic. This was basically one again. For the wave 5. All right. So those are the wave 5 relationships. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna do a final channel, which is gonna not the greatest with this insignificant wave 2. Oops. But we'll go ahead and draw it. And what you see a lot of times, especially in, look at that, scenarios like this, it goes to the median instead of the, this is like a perfect freaking impulse. But Toot, this is an impulse. No. And then, okay, so for a zigzag, what do you expect to see? You expect to see it contained in a base trend channel. Well, the base trend channel is basically with that wave 2 being super insignificant. It's not. Well, it is contained, but it only goes to the median. All right, well, that's sort of less than expectation. It happens in a zigzag, not really one shaped like this, and you definitely see it more in a 5th wave. Okay, well, what relationship would you expect to see? Okay, the most common relationship would be 1 to 1, the A. Certainly didn't make that. Next most common would be 6, 1, 8. And then, of course, you can go to 3, 8, 2, and you can do this for 5th waves as well, right? But at this point, it's just not zigzag. It's like a freaking plain as day. It's not a perfect impulse, but to me, it's a plain as day, screams impulse. And then what do you have right off of it? 3 off the low. This was a perfect short. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't do that video yesterday because like I said, if you go back and watch it, I'm pretty sure I just briefly mentioned, look, I was looking at these charts and, there were some trades setting up and I said mostly short. And this is why. And it's playing out now. I kind of feel bad, but I thought it was sort of big news that I was like, oh shit. Whatever my idea was on ETH previously, if it was that it was going to make another low, it was bad idea, new idea. So that's what you got yesterday. Sorry, but this is playing out perfect. But all we need to see, look, same thing we've seen on all these other charts. Okay, could it be a flat? This one doesn't look nearly as much flatty, I should say. And we have these 3 dominant pivots. So I'd like to say that this is an impulse starting in the next direction. So this would be an A1. So sort of same thing with Sol, but this does look like it could put in a 4. And again, wherever it does bottom, if we get that nice 3, I'd like a short. So yeah, sorry I didn't mention them. I maybe, like I said, maybe mentioned in passing that they were setting up for short. Didn't get into the video. I wish I had because it would have been great to show you guys how decent we can be sometimes. But hopefully we'll continue to be decent because this is really where you want to be in. Now where we're coming in now is just this is less optimal. It's less optimal. It really is. because here, once you get this, it's like, okay, I've already got this. I can lock in what I need to lock in, and you know, maybe my idea is totally fucked and this goes up and would have stopped me out. Like, I don't know. It's the optimal time to get in was back here, obviously. So, sorry, these aren't as optimal as the previous trades, but they are, you know, what we do have, they do have better going for them is, you know, if you were less sure back here, you have more to give confidence to that idea of this short going down. And again, I'm not targeting the dirt, you know, for this trade here. I wouldn't target this. Would be, you know, this sort of the outside of what my expectation would be. Draw the base trend channel. When you get down to this area, hit those signposts, whatever they may be. This median, right? I imagine that won't be in play. This bottom side of the channel, 236, the 1-to-1, the A, 1-to-1, the A. You know, these signposts on 5 waves, get out. And even really, one thing I like to do is get in or out at a end of a 3. So if it's like, say I'm going to take a long at the end of a zigzag, depending on the scenario, if I'm trying to be less attentive or don't want to miss it and say that this is a lower degree pattern that, you know, the trade is setting up for several degrees higher, those are the super big R to R, risk to reward ones potentially, you know, I'll go ahead and get in here and bite the bullet that this is probably going to happen, you know, come down here. But a lot of times maybe it does this or that, and you end up being greedy and getting missed. So something to think about on profits as well, right? So if this comes down, you know, if I entered off, say this played out and I entered off this, I'd be out. Shit, if I had entered short, just like the Bitcoin short, right? I told you guys I was short Bitcoin. I'm out of it. I would be out of this trade already personally, because I'm sure the way I sized it, I'd be happy and I'd be looking like, okay, I'll take that. And then look, you know, a win's a win. Maybe, you know, I know some of the best traders out there, like my boy Orixis, and me and him will be talking with you a lot in the future, I'm sure. He would probably hold this and then look for the retrace and press. That's what he would do. And I mean, I can't argue with it. Dude does well. So actually, I need to get him on the channel and have a philosophical discussion about that. Actually, maybe I can work that out soon. We'll see. All right. Anyway, I think it's been 40 freaking minutes. I think we're gonna wrap this here. Yeah, I'm up. I've recorded this the night before. You're going to see this in the morning. So, you know, that's why, unfortunately, there is potential for action right around this area. But really, a lot of these need that 4 to play out. That way you won't rush anyway. So you'll see if it's a 4 or not a 4, whatever. Interested to see how this analysis looks in the morning, because everything I could have just said could look awful. And I will still upload it, because guess what? I'm wrong all the time. And I still think I'm really fucking good. That's just me. All right, boys. Toot out.